Hello, and apologies for the little wait or little interlude since the last upload. Um, I find that with these YouTube videos, it takes quite a lot of effort, or at least a bit of time or the right sort of mindset to actually sit down and do a voiceover and put it all together for you. But yeah, so here we are. We've made it, and I've officially finished my mini cut. This video, however, is from like a couple of weeks ago, so this will be whilst deep in the cut still. But yeah, my coach has upped my carbs and my fats and my calories by quite a bit. It's taken me by surprise, and I am very full to the brim, quite literally. Yeah, it's not been too comfortable today and yesterday because I was managing quite well on about 2,000 calories without really going hungry at all. But since bumping up the calories now almost 3,000, I am very full. Particularly because I requested oats to be back in the plan, and he's put oats in. And so last night I had 125 grams of oats before bed, which was not too comfortable, but it did help me sleep. I think better sleep than I've had in weeks. Something I noticed recently at the end of the cut was waking up a lot in the middle of the night, sort of 2 3 a.m. just for no reason at all. Like I even limited my water consumption to the point where I wasn't drinking past like 7 p.m. So I wouldn't drink for like 3 hours, then I'd go to bed. So it wasn't that I needed to go to the toilet. I was just waking up in the middle of the night and feeling like wide awake. And it's like, what is that about? But it is something that happens when you get super lean, when you get super depleted. But yeah, the weird thing is, I don't think I'm that lean. I'm definitely not like shredded to the bone. I'm not, there's not much feathering going on. Like there's not too much detail. Potentially because I'm holding water from like inflammation and stuff, which hopefully will go down now that we're going to eat a bit more. And now in like a deload week as well, or devolume week is what my coach calls it. So doing one less set on each exercise and not going to failure on compound lifts. But yeah, so exciting times. Just looking forward to gaining now, although looking forward to doing it hopefully without gaining too much body fat for once, because that is something that I normally do. I bulk and I just get really fat, um, and it's just not optimal, particularly because more than anything, it just means you spend more time dieting. So since my last competition, which was in 2020, 2022, I think, I spent all of 2023 bulking, and then pretty much spent all of last year in a cut, basically. I mean, I was traveling for a good period of that time, but I went from like 105 kilos down to what I am now, which is 86 kilos. And it's basically taken me a year to get back down here. Obviously not, you know, with if you remove the traveling bit, then yeah, maybe 8 months to lose. God, why did I really struggle with maths whilst doing these voiceovers? 10, 20 kilos in 8 months. Which yeah, I mean it's not too fast, not too slow, but the point is that the fatter you get, the longer you'll have to spend dieting to get back down. So the plan now is to not get heavier than I think like 94 kilos. But hopefully we're going to gain lots of new tissue in that time in the next sort of 8 month, well, probably another 8 month period, to be honest. Yeah, time to gain lots of size and just really focus on getting numbers up on lifts, finally becoming a strong individual, someone worthy of having a YouTube channel. So yeah, played around with 130, no, was it 140? No, 130 kilos today on the deadlifts on the RDL. So that's nice. That was actually feeling quite light. And so really excited to see what I can do by the end of 2025. I think the aim is going to be to like RDL two, I don't know, four plates aside, maybe. Is that dreamland? I'm currently on 2.5. No, I'm not. I'm on 2 and 3/4. So yeah, we will see what happens. But yeah, here's a leg day from a few weeks ago. Uh, this is the pendulum squat. Horrific machine in the best possible way. It just is really difficult. So you can't load it up with a lot of weight. I think I've got 25 on either side here. This possibly was like a potentiation set. Yeah, so just getting used to the weight. And then I've gone into a working set next here. And you'll see I've put these blue mats on the bottom. They're to try and catch me from, save me from dying, because I did actually fail on here a few weeks prior. And a friend of mine was luckily training with me at the time and he sort of saved me. But this time training on my own, and I was a bit scared of what would happen. I mean, there's not enough weight to crush me or anything, but it's not fun getting stuck down at the bottom. So I put this mat on, but then I found that it was limiting the range of motion. I'm kind of like bouncing the weight off it, and it was actually just really distracting. So I will not be doing that again, and I'll instead be asking the guy on the front desk if he can spot me. So yeah, but I enjoy this machine. Trying to get it for a kind of quad stimulus, but you do feel it quite a bit in the glutes as well. And then we're moving on to the hammer strength leg press, which is for a real quad focus. So super low foot placement, letting the heels come off the pad as you come all the way down. And also letting that low back round a little bit, just so we can get as much knee flexion as possible. Again, as I've spoken about before, I like to really get loads of knee flexion on my quad exercises. It seems to benefit my knees that I've struggled with major knee pain for years. So just getting that full flexion, getting those quads fully stretched, getting blood in there seems to really help reduce that pain and just develop that strength and the length and position. So this is one that I try and encourage all my clients to do. Even the girls who are looking to grow their glutes, like we get a lot of our glute stimulus from like a squat type movement and lunges and single leg stuff. And then I usually chuck a quad focused leg press in there as well, just to look after their knees and keep those quads stimulated. But yeah, this is one that I've slowly built up over the course of the last few years, really, and slowly getting strong. So this is like maybe 3.75 plates on either side. So that's one that I'm looking forward to bumping up this year as we go into a surplus. And then we finish off with Bulgarian split squats. Horrible exercise, and one that when I first sent a video of this to my coach, he was like, "You're bitching out on me there. You're sandbagging. You need to go heavier. You can go heavier." And he sort of said that most natural bodybuilders would be doing like 2 to 3 plates a side on this exercise, and I was doing it with a 5 on either side. And he was absolutely right. Like, so the next week I just chucked the 20 on either side and managed to get the same amount of reps. I think it's one of those where you can fall into the trap of trying to do it really carefully and controlled and slow, and like really trying to isolate and feel the glutes working. Whereas instead, if you just keep that spine rigid, taking a big breath at the top and just resist a little bit as you go down, you should be able to go heavy. And you can push off the back leg a little bit as well. I don't really see an issue with that personally. So yeah, this one is a lot more fun with heavier weight, to be fair. Now actually 25 on either side. And again, one that I can't wait to build up over the course of the year. I could see myself doing maybe 3 plates a side on this by the end of the year. Let me know in the comments if you hear me, spit these numbers out and I sound super naive or a bit optimistic. Be interested to hear what people think. But yeah, I'm feeling really positive about this bulk and or massing phase and working with this coach I'm working with, and just the fact that I've got everything else in place. Sleep, food, hopefully stress levels are good. Being able to train pretty much whenever I want now that I work from home as a coach. Yeah, pretty much living the dream, living the ideal situation to make the most gains possible. So we're going to try our best to do that and see where we end up. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys in a bit.